Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Freldren. As you can see, I am back in Star Trek Online, and today we've got a lot of stuff to go over. Got a brand new mission. We've also got some new stuff in the Lobi store. We also got a new way of earning points for our Endeavor system, and I'll be going over most of that today. Primarily the new items, or well, some of the new items. I don't have them all. I got what I could, and then I'll be doing the new mission. So yeah, the new items. Let me open up my inventory here. From the Lobi store, if I open this up, we got 4 new items in the space gear section, and we have 1 in ground. And the ground one I got, this is the modified phaser pistol, 23rd century. This is a wide arc pistol, meaning its secondary ability is a wide arc ability, hitting up to 5 foes. But the thing that's about this is a little different, is that when you're fighting enemies using either your primary attack or your secondary attack, so you get your single beam and your wide beam setting, when you're using those, you build up a stack of overcharged energy. And once that is built up to 10, and I haven't used this yet, so I don't know if the stacks like fall off like most things. If you haven't attacked anybody in a while, it falls off. I don't know how that works, so we'll be going over that. But once you've reached 10 overload charges, your third ability, which is normally a palm strike, like it says right here, becomes forced chamber explosion. Now this affects 1 enemy, 2-meter range, 90-degree cone, 1.07 0.1 words. Let me start that over. 0.75 second activation time. Transforms into forced chamber explosion with 10 overcharges. 24.3 physical damage, 32.4 DPS, 80% shield penetration, up to 2.44 meter knockback, 10% chance to stun for 7.5 seconds. This got some crit chance and crit severity there. So basically, it increases, I guess, the damage of Palm Strike, basically. So we'll look at that, see how well that works. I'll try to do my best to show it off during the mission, because we'll be doing the mission today, as well as the other items that we'll be going over, that being in the space gear here, I have the micro missile array and the Universal Console Echo Papa 607 system. The ones I don't have are the new Starship trait, Strange New Worlds, and the Dynamic Frontier Technology space set. It is nice that it's in a single thing, so you don't have to buy them individually, but I might have a bit of a gripe about that once I get that. Hopefully I'll be able to get these both out maybe later on. I don't have enough Lobi right now. I might have to get some more keys so I can get some more lock boxes opened. I have a lot of stuff on the exchange. Hopefully that'll sell so I can get enough, because I need like 200 or 320 more. I've only got 30. So, but yeah, just be aware, I might have a little bit of a gripe about that, because part of this, it has career specific stuff, and up until now I believe there hasn't really been anything in space that is required for career specific stuff, or like bonuses from career specific choices. Usually it's ground with like the I had a big gripe about this for like the last couple of things. For well, one of them was Lobi, the newer what do you call them, the kit modules. I believe they should all be universal now, but they're not. It would make sense if they're universal, but basically engineering has been getting some good ones. So if you're an engineer, you get some really good kit modules, and because like they have like some nice summon abilities, and I would like to have that on my science tune here, because I like doing summon builds. You know, space have summon build, and I want to do that on ground. Yeah, sure, there are they're not kit, but well, there are some kit modules that are universal, but a lot of the newer stuff that they've had out recently are engineer only. And there are items in the device slot, you know, you can get their summons, you know, Noopsy, obviously. But, you know, it, like when I first started playing this game, you know, I was under the impression that one of the main things about this game is, yeah, sure, you choose a career path, but after that, you can build out whatever you want, but you're kind of limited to certain builds if you can't get certain items for your career. So again, you know, that's a gripe for a whole nother time. So yeah, I'll be going over these two again. Let's see here. The new micro missile array. I do have this upgraded. Oh, and I do have the pistol upgraded too. You can't upgrade the console, obviously. Yeah, this basically it shoots out micro missiles. I'm not sure exactly how many fire at once. I think it's 3. But one of the things about this is pretty cool. Micro missile arrays are designed to allow for a 360 targeting solution and rapid deployment. However, these changes come with a heavy cost to the overall payload they are able to deliver. So if it was a normal 90-degree arc torpedo or missile, it would do a lot more damage, but because it has a 360, they reduce the damage. Makes sense. It's like with beam arrays. Normal beam array does more damage. It only has a smaller, you know, was it 120 or 160 or whatever it is, arc on it. But the 360 beam arrays, you know, obviously 360, but they don't do as much damage. So that's a trade-off and makes sense. All right. 0.6 max. I'm not sure what that means. Target foe, 10-kilometer range, 2.4 second recharge. All right, not too bad. All right, so this is where I think it's 3 of them that fires at a time. 360 or 396.1 kinetic damage times 3. So I'm assuming it fires 3. I don't know, we'll see. And you know, it's got some crit chance and some accuracy, which isn't too bad. I like having accuracy and crit chance. Crit severity is pretty good too, but crit severity is nothing without actually having crit chance. So yeah, we'll see how that works. Yeah, it'll be interesting. I do want to play around with making a torpedo build. This might make the cut, who knows. All right, our next item. Now this is for those who are using disruptor builds, because this the passive on this increases disrupted energy weapon damage by 20%. It also gives you plus 21.4 hull penetration, which is always good to have. Doesn't matter what kind of build you have, that's good. But yeah, disruptor damage. So if you're doing disruptor damage, this will be great for you. Other than that, it might still be good. Just have, because it's a summon ability. So activating the Echo Papa 607 drone system. Each drone that is destroyed sends combat information back to the system controller. As long as the system is active, a new enhanced drone will replace the fallen drone until the drone has reached a perfected state. The system is active for 60 seconds, after which it goes on cooldown. All right, I would read this, but it's better to read down here because it gives better information. So, 60 seconds. Okay, 6 seconds. All right. So it lasts for 60 seconds. Target self, 1 second activation time, 1 minute recharge. That's really good. 1 minute recharge. Most universal consoles, it is 2 minutes. So that's good to have 1 minute. And there's also abilities and like stuff you can get to reduce that. All right. So launches an Echo Papa 607 drone for 60 seconds. That fires disruptor beams at your target and comes back stronger upon destruction, gains additional abilities and firepower. All right, so when you first launch it, it's a Mark 1. It has 2 disruptor beam arrays. All right. It gets destroyed during that 60 seconds. You get a Mark 2, still 2 disruptor beam arrays, but it gains fire at will 2. After that, it gets Mark 3, 3 disruptor beam arrays, plus fire at will Mark 3, and it holds targets for 5 seconds. So, more disruptor beam arrays, better fire at will, and then it gets like basically a tractor beam. All right, if that gets destroyed, you get a Mark 4 disruptor beam arrays, and then it's got the same fire at will and holds target for 5 seconds. And then it goes all the way up to Mark 5, where you get 5 disruptor beam arrays, and then the same fire at will and hold targets for 5 seconds. Not bad. So yeah, we'll be going over that while I'm doing space combat, as well as the missile. And then again, we'll be doing the pistol on ground. I'm pretty sure this mission has both space and ground combat, so hopefully I can show those off. So yeah, let's go ahead and equip those. Obviously I'll just put that there. In here, obviously I'm going to put this on the back because it has 360 targeting arc, so put it wherever I want. So let's get rid of like the standard omnidirectional phaser beam array. And then for this, I'm gonna go ahead, probably get rid of this one. Yeah, because this is like a yeah, this has a pet launch thing. This is a pet, so all right, there we go. So yeah, let's go ahead and, well, actually first, if you've noticed on the top of the screen here, you see that this is different. The way that this little thing, I don't remember seeing it this way. So it looks like a little different compass. And I'm not 100% sure. You might have to, like, whoever knows this. Are these icons the same? I don't know. I know like all the other ones seem to be the same, but I don't remember these explanation or like these upside down exclamation mark ones looking like that. It might just be a while since I've actually looked at them, because they like really pop out up here, and I was like, is that the same or different? I'm not quite sure. So, but yeah, this is a little different for the compass. All right. I haven't checked in space, so I don't know how that looks. But yeah, okay, let's go ahead. Let's start with the new mission. Well, let's go over the event itself. So we have from now, today is what? Well, it's after midnight. It's 2 a.m. for me right now. So starting yesterday, July 7th, up until August 6th, is when this event was going on. This is where you have to do, the time in which you progress in this. So, as you see right here, you have to gain a total of 60 progress. Now you can get up to 3 a day. Obviously, right here it says 3 a day. Doing the mission will give you 3. Doing these older TFOs, these space TFOs, will give you 3. And then the new deep space encounter system will give you 1. But I'm pretty sure you can do 3 of these a day and be fine. Yeah, the new mission is the Kuvah'Magh, and this one, it's part of I believe an older mission thing, or a storyline that got cut a while back, and it hasn't been in since. So a lot of people are happy about this. I'm happy about this because it's old content revamped, or brought to like now the current standards, I guess. So yeah, but yeah, the deep space encounter, I'll do that in another video. Because yeah, this will help you out with like your Endeavor system. You'll gain your what do you call these? Endeavor XP. So yeah, we have today is going to just be the mission. So let's go ahead and actually, what are we playing for? The reward is the new ship, which I'm really excited about, because I'm definitely gonna put this on my Klingon tune, because my Klingon recruit, I haven't really done any videos on him in a while, because summer event, and then it's just been too hot really lately for me to do videos and stuff. So that's kind of why I'm doing this so late right now, is because it's been really hot today, and I don't like recording here because during the day when it's hot, even my normal time, I usually kind of record at like 10 p.m. around there, but it's just been so hot lately. I don't like sitting here without fans on, because when I have the fans, you might be able to hear one of the fans on in the background, but normally I have a fan like right next to me on, and that messes with my microphone. So right now it's really hot and humid right now. So, but yeah, this is the ship we're going for. This is the, here, let me bring this up. This is the, it's very hard to read, Kuvah'Magh Temporal Flight Deck Raptor. I know it says Raptor, but it's technically a bird of prey shape, but you know, whatever. It's a large bird of prey that has the ability to have a hangar bay. Now I'm not gonna go over all this. I'll be going over all this more once I've actually gotten it. So I'll do a separate video on that. And yeah, it looks pretty good. You know, it's got a hangar bay. You know, and it's got this, the universal console allows for you to bring in these, where they well, they're the bird of preys. What do they call, what's the thing actually called? The Hunter Pack Escorts is the name of the universal console. So these are kind of similar to the if you ever play with the Gemini ships, they've got these little wingmates, they're called, and they fight alongside you. Well, I think this is kind of like that, but I think this is more of a summons ability rather than they're just constantly with you. I think that's how this works. So we'll go over that once I get it. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the mission here. So again, this is an older, you know, revamped, older mission. If I go in here, it's right here, the second thing after Klingon War. So, and this might vary a little bit on how it starts based on whether you're Starfleet or Klingon. So it might be a little bit different. So yeah. All right, let's go ahead and start.
It's a pleasure to be acquainted. I'm Vakel Shawn, captain of the USS Belfast. Admiral Quinn has recommended we team up for a high-priority mission, and truth be told, I'd welcome the support. We've been tasked with overseeing a diplomatic meeting between the Federation and the Klingon Empire. President Okeg has managed to arrange ceasefire negotiations on Khitomer, but the situation is delicate. The war with the Klingons has been ongoing for half a decade, and things have only escalated after the Undine infiltration. Still, this could be our one small chance to turn things around. Our job? Protect the President's delegation on board Starfleet 1 and safely escort them. I'll be waiting for you in the Khitomer system. Captain Cogran, a capable warrior, and our Imperial liaison will be meeting us there.
All right. We'll be going over the rewards at the end. I haven't looked at the rewards yet, so I'm not sure what they are. So yeah, let's go ahead and hit accept.
By combining our strengths, we're sure to boldly go where no one has gone before.
All right. So yeah, all right. Let's go ahead and let's transwarp there. Brave New Worlds. Go to Khitomer system. So yeah, this is before like the Khitomer Accords and stuff. So all right. All right. So before I go into the mission, I haven't looked at this yet either. We have a brand new compass up here at the top. So it is different in space as well. So you can see that, you know, you can like see what's nearby and stuff, which is pretty cool. Nice to have. You see our current mission that we're on, where we're going, all the systems around it. I don't think anything is, well, the main map itself looks the same, but you can see all the new icons here. These are for those deep space encounters. Again, I'll be going over this in a different thing. What is that different? All right. I don't know why these look like these are this way. I have to look at that. I guess yeah, a lot of the icons changed. All right. That's pretty nice. Okay. These are the same though. They might be updated. Are they the same ones? I can't tell if those are the same sprites or not. It almost looks like it's updated, to be honest. Look how clear that looks. Huh. All right. Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and go into this mission.
This is President Okeg aboard Starfleet 1. Remember, This conference is vital to the future of the galaxy.
Captain Sean here. Copy that, Mr. President. Best foot forwards at all times. The crew of the Belfast has been briefed.
Captain Cargren, Klingon Empire Liaison to Anik Okeg, standing by. President, the IKS Nima is ready to escort you.
Okay. Oh, got black screen here. Hello. Oh, there we go. It's nice to see they got the new ship in here for this mission. This is the brand new one.
And right on time, as expected of a true Starfleet officer. Sometimes that makes all the difference. We need to get the President's ship, Starfleet 1, within transporter range of the coordinates provided by the Klingons, and get the all-clear to beam down to Kittimer. I'll be assigned to the President once we arrive, and you'll be securing the premises. Speaking of, let me introduce you to my Chief of Security, Lieutenant Paris. She's a damn fine officer, and a quarter Klingon, too. Not unhelpful when it comes to building relations.
All right. So we got a couple options. It's an honor to work with you. Your reputation in Starfleet precedes you. I look forward to working together. Let's go with the first one.
Miral Paris, Chief of Security of the USS Belfast, but Lieutenant will do. Nice to meet you. I get the feeling we'll make an excellent team. Ready to get to work when you are.
All right. I don't know why everything sounds muffled. I wonder if maybe because it's technically we're in the past right now, and they like doing that little muffled sound to it to be like old fashioned or whatever. I don't know. All right. What does that say? Semper Paratus. On your mark or ready, lead the way. Semper Paratus. On your mark. All right.
I hope you don't mind me checking in along the way. This meeting is delicate, and I'd like to make sure everyone is prepared.
All right.
Glad to have you with us, Mr. President. Any words of wisdom before we arrive?
Kittimer is a key location in the history of our two civilizations, and home to many important meetings.
This planet hosted the Kittimer Conference of 2293, if I'm not mistaken.
Conspiracies aside, the final outcome was historic, and its gift of peace lasted for generations.
Let's hope for a similar outcome today. Your attendance is as much of a security risk as it is a show of goodwill.
Lieutenant.
It is up to the Federation to take this first critical step. We cannot allow a repeat of Cestus 3.
All right.
The Gorn hegemony!
Sir, sensors are picking up several Gorn vessels in the area. It's an ambush.
All right. All right, let's fight some Gorn.
So some of them are willing to stand.
Let's go ahead and launch our new Universal Console here.
This is Okeg. Starfleet 1 is under fire. Shields won't hold for long.
Hang tight, Mr. President. We won't let you down.
All right, it's doing some damage. How much? Oh, jeez.
Starfleet 1's primary hull is down to 75%. Starfleet 1's
got a pretty decent hull.
is down to 50%.
All right. Let's go ahead and fight back here. Oh, you see that those torpedoes going off? Is that like 5 or 6 of them? Oh, there's a whole bunch of them. Might have to do a separate video showing those off because that was, yeah. It looked to be doing a lot of damage.
If a fight is what they want, then the Belfast is happy to oblige.
All right.
No bold moves, Lieutenant. Focus on Starfleet 1.
Disrupt the conference! The Starian must perish! The ship must fall!
Let's zoom out here a bit. Keep forgetting to do that. Get a better view, plus not as too bad on the audio. Weapon-wise. And explosions.
The ranks are thinning. I'm detecting fewer Gorn starships in the system, Captain. Primary hull is down to 25%. The President's ship won't last much longer.
Can I heal it?
We have bested these Pitapu. They were ready to die just to take out your president in battle.
All right, let's heal him up a bit.
Starfleet 1, this is the USS Belfast. What's your status? Starfleet 1, come in. Do you copy? Mr. President, do you copy? Forgive me. Starfleet 1, what is the President's status?
Perhaps they're temporarily disabled their comms to redirect energy as you suggested. Starfleet 1 is USS Green. What's your status? The other option, Starfleet 1, this is USS Green. What's your status? So it's basically the same thing. Let's go with the more text.
USS Belfast, IKS Nema. This is the President. We're all right. Just a bit shaken up.
Mr. President, we need to postpone this conference. It's much too great of a risk for you to take. Our scan should have picked up on that ambush.
Postponing this conference is not an option, Captain Sean. This ceasefire deal could be the Federation's only chance to eventually make peace with the Klingon Empire. If that involves some degree of risk, then so be it. The members of my delegation joined this mission informed and ready for the task. However, this attack does beg a question. How exactly did the Gorn hide from our sensors?
All right, while that was going on, I looked up here. I did not see that. Keep Starfleet 1 above 75% hull. So I failed that optional. So I don't know if I would have gotten anything extra if I had that kept up. I don't know. All right. Scan shows their ships are equipped with chronoton masking fields. The Green sustained minor damage, Lieutenant. Status report.
The Belfast and the IKS Nema have sustained minor damage as well. Most of the Gorn attacks were directed at Starfleet 1, and presumably President Okeg. However, aside from a few fluctuations in deflector harmonics and a brief spike in secondary EPS flow regulators, nothing approaches critical thresholds. The President's ship is holding up fine, all things considered.
All right, so we got two options here. Why would the Gorn be interested in an attempt on President Okega's life or disrupting a peace conference? We need to stick together. Something feels off. My tactical officer will conduct a long-range scan of the system. We better do our due diligence before moving on. Let's go with the first one.
The Belfast will run a scan as well. Something does feel off.
They're repairing, so... All right. All right, so we got scan. All right. Let's go over here. Where's our first one? That way. All right, conduct long-range scan.
Activating long-range sensors and tachyon detection grid.
Okay. Next one is that way. All right. Took the second scan here.
Sensors are clear, sir. No threats detected, masked or otherwise.
All right.
Let's resume course before that changes.
Attacking Klingons is one thing, but the Federation? I find the circumstances of this Gorn ambush a little odd.
I agree. The Gorn should have challenged my vessel instead. Fought against one of their Klingon conquerors. Cowards.
The Gorn shouldn't have been able to close in on Starfleet 1. We need to improve our response time.
All right, they're at full health now. All right.
President Okeg, the Klingon Empire acknowledges the arrival of your delegation to Kittimer. Our orbital defense post received reports of a rebel strike within the system, but readings were delayed due to the Gorn's chronoton masking fields. Still, your survival in the face of this unexpected obstacle bodes well. Perhaps you are worthy allies after all. You are cleared to beam down.
The Federation is honored to be received on Kittimer. I can assure you that your openness to meeting with us is not misplaced. Our delegation's security escort dealt with the Gorn attack swiftly, thanks to the combined efforts of our respective captains. We will be beaming down shortly. Captains, when you're ready.
Ready, Sean? Any last advice?
Once you've made it planetside, Lieutenant Paris will brief you on security measures. Remember, stay sharp. Confidence is key, but so is efficiency. History tends to repeat itself, and with Kittimer, that could be a problem. I'll meet you on the ground, and whatever comes, meet it head on. There's no time to second guess.
All right. Aye, aye, Captain. Let's beam down. We only get 2 officers. That's fine. All right. There's a lot of people down here already. There's the doctor.
Morale, or should I say, Lieutenant Paris.
Doctor, I've missed you. You haven't aged a day.
Well, I am afraid that's how it works. But if it would put you at ease, I can add an aging subroutine to my matrix.
Spoiler alert, he does.
On my behalf, you're perfect, just the way you are. Are you part of the President's delegation?
That's right. As the leading expert on species 8472, President Okeg is hoping that sharing our research with the Klingons will make up for our dismissal of the Undine threat. This, and a ceasefire deal, will hopefully lead to lasting peace between our people.
The Doctor pioneered research on the Undine aboard Voyager. It was considered revolutionary, both then and now. It is a pleasure to meet you, especially after your crew's incredible performance in the Kittimer system.
Look at that doofy smile.
I will let you get on with your security tasks and prepare for the conference. Doctor?
All right.
Good to finally meet you in person. Admiral Quinn's told me quite a lot about you. All good things, of course. Lieutenant Paris can give you a more detailed brief, but suffice it to say, we're looking to secure the whole premises. Make sure nothing's been tampered with.
Likewise, Captain Sean. Copy that. I will report to Lieutenant Paris. All right.
It's nice to put a real face to the name. We need to secure the building. I recommend starting with the courtyard in the next room. Oh, and keep in mind, we're in a melting pot of different cultures and delegations right now, but let's try to stay focused and keep our distance.
All right. Ready. Let's get this over with.
Ah, hold it right there. Just a moment. Greetings. I am the Emergency Medical Hologram Mark 1, but you may call me Doctor. A pleasure to meet you, I am sure. If I may offer a recommendation, while I doubt you will encounter any Undine infiltrators here, you may still find my latest research quite riveting, should you wish to test it out. Here is a parameter you may use to optimize your tricorder for species 8472 biosignature detection. The science behind it is nothing short of remarkable. The settings account for polyfluidic.
Polyfluidic. Okay. Thank you, Doctor. Remarkable indeed. Tricorder setting adjustment. See you at the conference, or polyfluidic phase variance. That is fantastic. Tricorder adjustment. So I think I interrupt him. All right.
I'll follow your lead.
Okay. All right. Optional speak to attendees. All right.
Ambassador Jiro Sugihara of the Federation Diplomatic Corps. I have to admit that the Klingons were right about the Undine infiltration of the Gorn hegemony, but I don't agree with the war they waged. Diplomacy and peaceful negotiation should come first, always. Anyway, I've been told I should keep my opinions to myself, and even more so if we manage to broker peace. Always looking for trouble, Jir, even on what could be a pivotal day for our people, you Glommer.
What's it, Glommer? I commend your honesty. All right. Let's go and talk to the president here.
The importance of today's conference cannot be overstated. I am grateful for your assistance in orbit. Please, pass my thanks to your crew. The Gorn attack initially appeared to be an attempt at disrupting our conference and taking out Starfleet 1. However, I believe intelligence has details that might contradict this assumption. I am hoping the Klingons will see the value in a ceasefire agreement. I'm no stranger to finding common ground with my adversaries. After I succeeded President Nanyeta Bako, I offered my political opponents seats in my cabinet. As the saying goes, it takes a quadrant to raise a coalition.
All right. 2 options again here. Bottom one, looking for your speech. Okay. First one, though, Federation takes pride in its humanity, but we often forget to mention the humans were not alone in forging the galactic entity. We owe much to the Andorians, Tellarites, and Vulcans, too. All right. Got 2 more here. Commend.
A Starfleet officer receiving classified information from the Klingon intelligence? Which, pooh, I suppose you'd have me sharpen your butt left too. I suggest you focus on your task.
I see. Thank you for your time. All right. All right. One more.
Starfleet intelligence conducted a preliminary sweep of Khitomer some weeks ago. Klingon public opinion of the Federation is not favorable. However, they also seem to find no glory in the current stalemate. It looks like they're a little worse for wear after their interactions with the Undine, even if they won't let on. We can also safely rule out any conspiracies. Our intel suggests the rebel Gorn ambush that occurred in the system a short while ago had nothing to do with the Klingon Empire and everything to do with targeting the Federation. This is an ongoing investigation.
Good to know. Anything else I should be aware of?
Well, while there are no Admiral Cartwrights in the crowd today, we have identified a person of interest. A Klingon by the name of Bavat will be in attendance. He's a contentious figure with a Federation criminal record. We can't forbid his house from attending as we're on Klingon ground, but we'll be watching him.
That is indeed valuable information. Thank you, Commander Burgess. All right. That's everybody. Right? Yep. All right. On to the courtroom.
All right. Let's start with this area.
All right. Start scanning.
In a Starfleet uniform? Just bah!
Pitiful. Scans are clear.
All right.
It seems these Klingons have taken note of my appearance. I've never hidden my hybrid nature. As my godfather, the Doctor, encouraged me to be proud of this part of myself and taught me the meaning of self-worth. But truth be told, I'd rather be back on the Belfast right now. I'm Chief of Security, not a diplomat or an envoy. Still, if my being here helps prove that the Federation and the Klingons can coexist, then all of this will be worthwhile.
All right. Sounds like a difficult journey of self-reflection. We might need to revise that if we are going to work together. Let's move on for now. All right. So investigate arrival, courtroom, go to Gallery of Honor. All right. Let's go on, I guess. No matter which one I go through, no. All right. Let's see here.
Leave no stone unturned.
All right, another scan.
Another rebel attack in Klingon space. Reprehensible.
King Slathis does not assent to these renegade acts.
Nothing to report in this room.
All right.
If the Gorn delegation is telling the truth, then the ambush we just thwarted was a rebel attack, and not a revolt instigated by the Gorn hegemony. Still, it seemed very coordinated.
I get the feeling that someone is pulling strings. Let's continue. All right. On to Chamber of Conquest.
Let's scan this room.
Okay. Start a scan.
I am Ambassador Koss of the Klingon Empire. I wish to meet with the Kuvah'Magh.
Ah, the Kuvah'Magh is an ancient myth. Paris is an impostor, a traitor to her people.
Peace with the Federation. Praetor vo narde krapu.
Okay. Almost done and done.
This area is clear.
All right.
Quite a few opinions floating around today, huh? I say we speed things up and move on to the next room.
All right. Just a moment, Lieutenant Paris. We need to discuss those Kuvah'Magh comments. I feel like there's something you might not be telling me. If we're going to work together, then I need you to tell me what this is about.
Fine. You're right. You might know this already, but there's an ancient Klingon religious text that describes the Kuvah'Magh, or Savior, as a figure that will restore the Klingon Empire back to its original glory. Many Klingons believe me to be this Kuvah'Magh because of the events that occurred in the Delta Quadrant aboard Voyager. My genetic material played a part in helping a group of Klingons. I'm happy to answer any questions about that if you think it's beneficial to our mission.
A good compromise. I do have questions about the Kuvah'Magh. We can save the questions for another time. Let's continue. Let's do that now, I guess.
What do you want to know?
Let's see. How does the ancient text describe the Kuvah'Magh?
The prophecy foretells the arrival of a messianic savior, Kuvah'Magh. It is said that this figure is stronger than sickness itself and destined to heal the Klingon people, leading them to glory. Some even say the Klingons will know the Kuvah'Magh before the Kuvah'Magh themselves know the world. A spiritual recognition, if you will.
All right.
What do you want to know?
Why is the Kuvah'Magh polarizing for the Empire?
Whereas some Klingons are devoted to the Kuvah'Magh, others disbelieve the figure's existence. Some even treat these religious texts as unworthy epics or conspiracy theories. Either way, I'm caught in the middle of a divided empire when all I ever wanted was to make the universe a better, more tolerant place.
Okay.
What do you want to know?
What role did your genetic material play in Klingon history?
I was born aboard the USS Voyager, and as I said earlier, the Doctor is my godfather. In 2377, Voyager encountered a group of Klingon pilgrims aboard a D7-class battlecruiser. They were looking for the Kuvah'Magh because they were dying from a virus called the Nehret, which they originally believed to be nothing but old age. In order to save them, the Doctor resorted to using my genetic material to create a cure. Miraculously, it worked. And thus, I became the Kuvah'Magh.
Okay, then.
What do you want to know?
This is all I need to know. For now, let's continue with our mission. All right. All right. Let's go to the antechamber. Through these doors here.
You know the drill.
All right. Another scan.
What weight could a conference possibly hold without the attendance of Jempok? Ha!
Yedoko! Walden is here in his stead. Now is not the time for dissent.
All right.
I'm detecting false alarm. Just some residual readings.
Okay. Wait, where is she? Where'd she go? Hello? You follow me in here? All right, next room. Hall of Heroes.
Running another scan.
All right.
We're all set, my good sir.
I will hold you accountable if this fails. There can be no deviation from the plan. Nach, Lodgman.
Of course, I will not disappoint. We have an agreement after all. Let's disperse.
Where's the audio for this? All right, I'll read it myself. A Klingon ambassador with a human attendee. I don't recognize the staffer, but I believe that's Ambassador Bavat. I believe he has a Federation criminal record. I'm sure Starfleet intelligence has been keeping tabs on him. I don't know about you, but I think I've heard enough, and I trust that our intelligence units will monitor any outliers among the attendees. I suggest we have a look at our scan results instead. My recordings are off in this room, or my readings are off in this room. Let's take a closer look. I'll follow your lead, Lieutenant. All right. Search area. All right, something over here. Scan anomaly. Okay, I wonder why there's no audio for her now. This technology doesn't match any known Federation or Klingon design. Its components are entirely non-standard. What do you make of this data? All right, so we got a tactical option, engineering option, and a science option. I'm science, so all right. Scan results show the device's quantum signature is in a state of fluctuation. I can't pinpoint its origin. All right. Investigate device. All right. Huh. Faint traces of Vetrion particles. This device is keyed into another coordinates in the system. Whether it presents a threat or not is inconclusive. Let's report to Sean and Tigran.
It is simple, I assure you. Undine biology
Where are they?
is a
Down there?
with a morphogenic cellular structure.
I am no scientist, but I do not dispute the utility of weaponry meant to identify and eradicate the Undine.
It's unfortunate we still know so little about them, despite the doctor's research.
Ah, morale. Your disposition suggests that there were no polyfluidic phase variances to report.
That's correct. No Undine infiltrators, Doctor. But we did find something else.
She's not physically here.
Captain Sean, Captain Cogran.
Oh.
We've discovered an unidentified device in the Hall of Heroes. Its origin cannot be traced, and its functionalities are unknown. It doesn't appear to pose an immediate threat, but we can't be sure. Will you work on disabling the device while I transmit our findings to the rest of the team?
All right, so it looks like there's a few things they have to work on. Her physical presence. Is she actually physically here now? I don't see her anywhere. And then the voice lines were missing. All right. Okay, so got science option here. Create a counter frequency signal to scramble the device subroutines, switching its state to inactive.
Good idea. That device is cause for concern. Even if it turns out to be harmless, we can't afford to take any chances. Let's confer with President Okeg.
What do you say, President Okeg?
I agree. This poses a considerable security risk. However, I'm too optimistic about the turnout of this conference to delay our diplomatic efforts any further. We need to honor our agreement with the Klingons. They will not respect any act that might be interpreted as a display of cowardice. We must stay the course. If Captain Cochrane is not opposed, then I propose we beam the device to the USS Belfast for further analysis.
It appears we are all aligned, but we should set up a containment field around the device before beaming it. It's up. I'm on it. All right, so yeah, she's like not physically here. I don't see her. All right, let's go secure the device and I guess send it up to the ship.
Setting up a containment field and done. Ready for transport. USS Belfast, this is Lieutenant Paris. We are beaming up an unidentifiable device for analysis. Stand by.
A cool device.
Will begin shortly. All attendees must gather in the Hall of Heroes immediately.
All right. Oh, my post is up here. All right, assume post.